Hello everyone, welcome to part 2 of this replay between SnowKiss and Gerrard Prime here on Metalopolis. Really a very nice Nidus network rush into the base of SnowKiss. SnowKiss was able to barely fend off this attack. Those level 1 weapon upgrades absolutely critical in defending and taking down those Zerglings, enabling those Zealots to kill a Zergling 50% faster. Down goes an Overlord, so trying to just shoo away all of those Overlords, preventing those units from coming on in. More sentries now being warped in as well. Now, a lot of players, or a lot of people are wondering why I prefer sentries and zealots over stalkers. Essentially, for the price of 2 stalkers, you can get 2 zealots and 1 sentry. And especially against Zerg, where they tend to like to go Hydralisk and Zergling sometimes. That is really the stronger combination. Look at the number of sentries here. So SnowKiss may be able to come on out with a very strong sentry push. But however, Gerrard Prime with a quick tech change into Mutalisk, so those Mutalisk are going to be able to just deal a lot of damage. Stalkers now being warped in as well, as all of these pylons making all of these warp gates unpowered. So essentially, SnowKiss is now running off of a 1 gateway. Very difficult position for SnowKiss to be in, as these Mutalisks just going to be able to run around inside this base. How is this going to work? SnowKiss sitting on 10 sentries, and now also has a Guardian Shield. Nice force field coming into position. 1 Stalker trying to deal with this very large Mutalisk army that's going to be coming on in. Those Mutalisks will be able to focus those units very easily, just trying to get more Guardian Shields, and those sentries doing a great job taking down these Mutalisks. Zerglings coming in as well, and with no force or with no zealot support. Oh, the force field support trying to fend off this attack. These sentries doing a great job, but I think there's just too many Mutalisks to deal with at this time. Zealots want to run on up, but that force field really catching them off guard now, as those zealots going to be just taken down by these Mutalisks. Not enough units there, so the probes really need to get back in on this fight. Currently running off of 4 cannons to protecting this expansion. Nothing over here, and now these Mutalisks are just going to head into this base here, take down some of these probes, take them down. Nexus should probably start chrono boosting this to start reducing the cooldown on this warp gate. Really, those Stalkers are not a strong counter towards those Mutalisks. Enough cannons, however, to really deter any sort of attack at this stage. And now these Mutalisks from Gerrard Prime gonna just take down all of these warp gates. A second Stalker in position, and with no chrono, really should be chrono boosting this, would be able to warp in more and more Stalkers. He has the economy, has the minerals, but SnowKiss decides to leave the game instead. So SnowKiss losing this game against Gerrard Prime. Gerrard Prime doing a great job with a very early, very heavy Zergling harassment, and with that Nidus network popping up in 20 units of time, was able to just run into this base and keep a lot of pressure, forcing SnowKiss to get a lot of sentries and a lot of zealots. The problem with the sentry zealot strategy, though, is if you are not able to scout out whether he has that spire, if he doesn't have that spire, then you're going to be in a little bit of trouble. Probably a Stargate would have been the best unit at that time. Instead of trying to go for a 6-gate, really the 6-gate is really unnecessary. Even a 4-gate with 2 Stargates could have been able to hold off that whole entire attack. Not quite as many sentries. The sentries, however, were fairly strong, but the Phoenixes would have been able to really just clear up the center of the map, take down all of these Overlords that Gerrard Prime had set up. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed this 1v1 replay between Gerrard Prime and SnowKiss here on Metalopolis, brought to you by lucomputers.com.